what's up guys? Clausnex here. Today I wanted to add another video to my Past and Progress series on my diet history. So when I started my lifestyle change, I was starting my first year at the University of Winnipeg. I was a student. So the first thing I did, as recommended to me by many people in the fitness industry, cut out pop and junk food. To anyone watching this who wants to lose weight, start there. Just don't, if you're not going to go to the gym, if you're not going to change your lifestyle, just cut out junk food and pop. It will make a world of difference. So while I started, I was very committed to this. I was tired of the way I looked, and I ate like a dog everything the same day, and the results were inevitable. I was eating chicken and rice pretty much every single day. I had oatmeal for breakfast. For supper was whatever my mom made. I just didn't eat like a hog, and I avoided snacking in the evening. I had protein shakes with my workouts. I just ate very disciplined, just very clean. I had a cheat day on the weekend. I cut out Slurpees, which was hard for me because I freaking love Slurpees. Yeah, and I drank a lot of water. That's very important. It helps you with those cravings. And I did calorie counting. Calorie counting is somewhat of a hard yes for guarantees. If you're trying to lose a lot of weight, you should learn calories. You should be aware of them. You should be monitoring how much you put in. And I did this, and it helped me a lot. I used an app, any calorie app you can find, or just Googling what has this calories, what does this. It's good to do this until you start to have that common sense and know what's garbage and what's good fuel. So I counted calories, and it worked out pretty well for me. In terms of working out, I just did basic working out, trying to build up a bit of strength, a bit of aesthetics, just a lot of maintenance as I lost weight. Threw some cardio in there. I was a very well-rounded person. So that summer I did landscaping, and that's a very physical job. It was very hot outside. It helped me, but as I got into a more physical job and my life became more physical, I started to see food more as energy. When I packed my lunches, I started to think what actually gave me energy, what filled me up at all, and I planned my day and when I ate around when I was going to fuel up. After the summer, I had football season, and with football season, I eat smart, I eat clean, but I don't hold back as much because I'm expending a lot of energy. In the days where I'm not playing football, I was usually recovering. I give myself more grace on cheat days. Maybe only went to the gym a couple times a week, but I was burning a lot of calories, so I could afford to eat a little more. And also it was good to keep on a little bit of weight for the season too, as I'm a lineman, and having a little bit of weight to throw around if you're still light on your feet is a helpful asset. Come the winter, I got more into aesthetics and bodybuilding, and since I was going to the gym 6 to 7 times a week, I was eating very clean. I was trying to do a cut, trying to get those abs out as much as I could. I ate kind of similar to before. I was eating strictly oatmeal. Instead of rice, I switched over to veggies, trying to keep as low carbs as I can. I started looking towards alternatives, low-calorie foods, and yeah, again, lots of water. By this point, I learned a lot about macronutrients, and I could afford to be a little more flexible because I knew how to balance them. So after I did bodybuilding for about half a year, I started to build up a general strength, well-rounded strength around the body, and I decided I wanted to go into strength training. That was this last summer. So I obviously went back to the default of chicken and rice, but I kind of went back and forth between chicken and rice and vegetables. I found that I was hungry all the time as I was expending a lot of energy, so I needed to fuel up more, which was very difficult to try and not eat any kind of junk food. I slipped up a lot, to be honest, but it was a learning experience. So it was hard for me to go over 2,000 calories. It was hard for me to adjust to the idea because I've always been so scared of getting fat again that I always kind of hesitated to eating a little bit more than usual. Even though I was hungry and my body was telling me to eat more, I was still nervous about it. But if you're going to strength training, you're going to expend a lot of energy, you have to be aware of the fact that you need to use more fuel. So as my experience on dieting and nutrition and food goes, I also took a course on nutrition throughout that time, which helped me a lot. I learned mostly that food is fuel for you. It is your energy. You should look at it like it's energy. Because when you're thinking, am I going to eat this bag of chips or am I going to have a bagel, right? Which one is going to give me more fuel and more energy? While McDonald's might fill you temporarily, physically, it won't fill you nutritionally like a plate of spaghetti will. It's got a lot of carbs, which means it's going to give you a lot of energy, and your body can absorb a lot from it. In terms of drinks, I basically just have water and coffee and milk. I'm a huge milk drinker. My family goes through about, we go through 4-liter jugs of milk a week. Granted, I have a brother and a dad and we're all hardworking people. But yeah, water, milk, coffee, the staple of my life. In a nutshell, guys, my advice to you is to know your food, know your whole foods, learn what's actually junk food. You'd be surprised what foods are junk food, things that just because it says fruit on the cover or veggie does not make it fruit or veggies, and it's actually bad for you. There's a lot to know in the marketing game. But anyway, make smart choices, learn your macros, then you can afford to be a little more flexible and treat yourself on your fitness journey. Thanks for watching, stay tuned.